Yeah.
You're gonna get a ticket for the speeding.
Alrighty, welcome to Seanbeingsean, my channel. Today I'm going to talk about getting pulled over and my ticket. In this video I'm going to reference a video I did a couple weeks ago about my situation of actually getting pulled over. This is after the trial, this is after everything. So I'm going to play part of that video now so you can see what I said then. Allegedly, I was going 77 in a 55. The cop saw me driving down the highway. It was about 11:30 at night. He was sitting at one exit, and he followed me, lights off, keeping a distance, so I wouldn't see him. So he kept that distance. So when I got to get off at the exit that I was getting off at, as I was pulling off, he flashed on his lights. So this was about a month ago that it happened, and I did make a video about it, but I did make it private for the reason I'll tell you now. Just yesterday, I had my court date, and when you're pulled over, the officer will tell you that you have the opportunity to fight it if you would like. You get the ticket itself, the citation, and then you have the opportunity to either sign guilty or not guilty. If you sign not guilty and you send that in, along with a check of the ticket actually, because they take that as collateral, at least that's how it works here in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure how it works other places, but that's how it works here.
You're gonna get a ticket for the speed. It's up to you how you want to handle this, but you got to respond to this within 10 days, okay?
Yes, sir.
Guilty or not guilty. And that's at DJ Cummins' office. There's the address, there's a phone number. You can do it by mail or in person, okay? But you got to respond within 10 days one way or the other. If you don't respond, there'll be a warrant issued and PennDOT will suspend your driver's license, all right?
All right.
You sign at the X here where it's highlighted. I'll give you a copy of that.
Yes, sir.
The yellow copy will have everything on there as far as what I just told you, how to handle it, okay?
All right.
Do you have any questions about anything?
There you are, sir.
All right. This is your copy here, the yellow copy. There's the mail-in portion, guilty or not guilty, or you can go in person, okay?
All right.
All right, make sure you wear your belt and you're free to go. Drive safe. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. And then I got a court date. I showed up, I dressed nicely to improve my chances as good as I could. So I walked in, I signed in. A few minutes later, the cop comes out of the courtroom. It's a very small room, has a couple chairs, 2 desks on either side for prosecutor and defendant, and then obviously the judge's desk up in the top of the room. But the judge wasn't in there yet. So the cop called me in, he sat me down, and he's like, all right, what are you going for? Are you actually trying to fight this ticket? Because my radar was calibrated, and he listed a few other things. He was following me for a while. So, in other words, he was saying without saying that I wouldn't be successful if I actually tried to fight it. So he's like, are you just here to fight it, or just trying to get points off? And I was like, obviously trying to be as respectful as possible. I would like to make the points go down. And the officer asked me a few questions. He asked, have you ever gotten a ticket before? And I said no, because I haven't. And I even threw in there, I'd never even got pulled over before. At that point, when he heard that, he was pretty surprised. Not sure why, but he was surprised, and he was like, all right, let me see what I can do. So he decides that he's going to knock the ticket down from 77 in a 55, which is actually what I was doing, which I can say now the day's over, down to 65 in a 55, which is the lowest he could do. So it went from 4 points, at least the way it is in Pennsylvania, down to 2, and the $190 ticket went down to $140, so they said they'll be sending me a check in the mail. So what's that? All I have to say is it is definitely worth, when you get the ticket, to sign the not guilty line and send that in. I'm not saying what happened for me will happen for you, but I'm saying there's always something there. Chances are that officer sets up all of his ticket court days for the same day, so that's like his court day. So that whole day he's just dealing with all the people that he gave tickets to that are actually fighting it, which is a vast minority of the people. If you're really trying to fight it, then the best thing you can do is actually call and reschedule it, because if you just go on the day that's on the ticket, chances are the officer will already be there since he has other tickets to deal with. So if you're really trying to fight it, reschedule it, maybe even for like a weekend or a holiday or a day that you just don't think he'll be there. he or she will show up. And if you are choosing to fight it, sometimes it's good to have a lawyer. It really does depend on the situation. I have a friend of mine who got pulled over for going a good bit over in the middle of nowhere, and with a lawyer he was actually able to completely eliminate it. Especially for younger people and first offenses, the officer will sometimes give you a break, like he did for me. Not always that extreme, maybe he'll just knock off 1 point. But all this to say, it is definitely worth fighting the ticket. Yeah, so even if you're not fighting it, at least show up, see what you can do, see if you can get the fine down, get the points down. It's definitely worth trying to do something. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. Please hit that like button. Comment section below if you have any thoughts or if you've had any other situations that you want to share. If it's your first time stopping in the channel, please hit that subscribe button. That helps me out a bunch. As always guys, catch you on the flip. Also be sure to check out these other videos, and again, subscribe to the channel. There they are. Hit them. Come on. Click, click. There's some good stuff. New studio area. I'm a big fan. I set this up the other day.